So this is Steve, and we're here today with Coach AC, Anthony Contreras with the TinCaps. This is your second season back. How does it feel coming back?
It feels good. It feels good to be on familiar grounds. It feels good to be back with a staff and at a ballpark like this that is kind of first class. You know, these guys spoil us tremendously, and I couldn't ask for a better situation coming back to Fort Wayne.
So you have 10 players that you're bringing back with you from last season. Having that number, does that make it a little bit easier at the beginning of the season?
Sure. You know, it's having guys that are familiar with what I do on a day-to-day basis. Just the logistics of getting here and what to expect. You know, those 10 guys were able to help out the other new guys that haven't been here before on how to transition and what to expect when they get out here. And just familiar faces that I know how they work, they know how I work, goes a long way when we're trying to get through a full season.
So that's a strong point. Are there any other strong points that you see going into the season?
Yeah, our talented young position player group that is joining us for the first time, most of them for the first time, I should say. I'm very excited to have the opportunity to manage these guys. I think there's a lot of talk and hype on these young kids, and I'm very fortunate and privileged to be leading them this year through their first full season.
And speaking of that, you have 17-year-old Eggy Rosario, and does that present a challenge in itself, having someone that young?
Challenge, maybe a good challenge, I would say. You know, coming into it, when you have a bunch of teenagers, 17, 18 years old, you know you're going to face some immaturity and some levels of expectations that maybe they're not going to be met because they're brand new players and they're so young. But I know that coming into it. I know I'm going to have fun on the same end, you know, watching these guys play because, like I said, they're very talented. They can do some stuff that most guys can't do, and I'm ready to take it all on. So it'll be really fun to watch.
And you have quite a range of ages, all the way up to 26 years old. If I calculated right, the average age of your players to start is 21 years. So that's maybe not a challenge, but that's quite a wide range of abilities and things like that as well.
Yeah, they all bring something different to the table. You know, you're going to have these young kids with tremendous energy and enthusiasm, and you get the guys that have been here before or been at this level that can show their veteran presence on the field and kind of show the guys how to do things. And it's good. It's a good balance. We're not super young on one end, and or we're not super young just all around. We have a good balance of veteran and young guys that will blend nicely, and same on the coaching staff. You go all the way from myself, who I'm in my young 30s, and you have Bert Hooten, who's in his elder years, I should say, but we all bring us different type of experience and expertise, and it's a good mesh for everybody.
And Bert has been here, if I remember correctly. He's been here. Was he with the Wizards?
No,
he's been here.
This will be his fifth year, so
it's
been all with the TinCaps, but he's been here longer than anybody else consecutively, and it's just a tribute to what he brings to a level like this, a player. I think he loves Fort Wayne. Him and his family love to come back and be in the city, and it's hard to beat coming back to a place like Parkview Field and coaching every day. So I'm excited to have Bert back for me again.
One last question. Last season, the franchise broke an attendance record. I don't have the exact amount. It was in excess of 400,000. So that's quite a few people. I think it's 7,000 that you're playing to, all the way up to maybe 10, I think just under 10,000 for a real good sellout crowd. Yeah. Does that add pressure, especially for these young players?
Some people might think that. I think with the level of talent that these guys are at right now, these guys thrive on the bright lights and the big stage like this. And there's a lot of people in our organization that are excited to watch what they can do when they get in front of a crowd like this, because it's hard to find a stadium like this at the low A level that is going to kind of groom you for the major leagues. I think this is the best stage to do it on in the country. And with the level of talent that we have, it's going to be fun to watch them play in front of all these people and have all these people get to see how talented these guys really are.
Sure. Well, we appreciate your time today and wish you well for the season.
Thank you.